So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button, and you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video.
You're crazy. We have a globalism plan where we consolidate the wealth, pick the winners and losers and totally take over and hoard the technology for ourselves. Work with us, Trump, and we'll let your family have life extension. And Trump said in the meetings, we're going to release those secrets to the public. Those will be disruptive. He goes, I don't care. We're going to release them. That's why they're racing to kill him. Because as soon as he turns the economy back on, as soon as he goes and makes deals and shuts off the terrorism with Saudi Arabia, as soon as he's done that, they're going to start rolling out the advanced technologies to the public. And they're going to kill him before he does that. You want the cancer cures? Stand by Trump. You want the new free energy systems? Stand by Trump.
Rallying patriots worldwide in defense of human liberty. It's Alex Jones.
Now, coming up, I'm going to lay out their battle plan to bring down Trump. I've been telling you exactly how they do it from the beginning because I've studied deep state. I've studied their own writings. I'm not bragging when I tell you that. It's just you must understand that I am telling you point blank the reality of what's unfolding and what's happening. I went and saw a film a few weeks ago called The Promise that's based on AP transcripts and other journalists that were there of exactly what happened just from a bird's eye view and from a personal perspective in the Armenian genocide. And there's a scene in the film that historically happened, but it condensed several stories that happened on the road trying to get away from the Islamicists, from the Turkish government that were coming to kill the Armenian Christians. Many villages were dumping out of the hills and were being told that they could go to another town to be rescued, but that town had already been overrun and everybody had been killed except for a few survivors. And despite the fact that the survivors were running the other direction, telling people, we just came from there, they just killed everybody, we don't know where we're going, but we know that way you can't go. The people wanted the lottery ticket. They wanted to believe, no, there's ships there waiting to save us. We heard that a few days ago, we're going to get there. Well, those ships had been driven out. It had been occupied by what was left of the Ottoman Empire. And in the movie, he talks to a big group of people. They finally listen to him. He says, I've been there. They killed my wife. They killed my family. Believe me, you need to go. And the leader of one of the groups says, this man speaks the truth. Let's stay here and let's fight. So most of them did survive by going to the hills and fighting. The point is, I'm here telling you, I've been there, okay? I've seen what they do. I've studied history. I've studied the globals. I've seen what they've done to me and my family. A lot of that I can't talk about on air. Believe me, they're bad, folks. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about the Democratic Party. Why do you think the Republicans are so scared of them? Why do you think Glenn Beck rolled over a few years ago and is working with them? Most people, when they find out just how evil this is, they roll over to it. Let me tell you something. The top of the Democratic Party are devil worshippers and pedophiles. That's a fact. It's all come out. Everybody knows it. They got their PR firms out there, trying to find a few cases where stuff didn't happen to then say there's no such thing as pedophilia while they're on the news saying legalize pedophilia and trying to sexualize your kids. And Trump has busted over 5,000 pedophiles arrested with children. And then another 150,000 just got green-lighted to be arrested who were caught in the whole playpen scandal. Notice none of that happened under Obama. We're seeing 10 times or more the arrest of pedophiles right now. And it's in the news one time. Every time they arrest 1,000 here, 400 there, 200 here. It's happening every day, and there's almost no coverage. Trump has green-lighted the police and green-lighted the good people in our government to start going after this. There's a civil war going on against a pedophile army, ladies and gentlemen. You wonder why they're so evil? Pedophilia is just one level. The rabbit hole goes deeper. You've seen all these big bankers and all these big people coming out and saying, listen, it starts out with hookers and drugs. Next, it's underage hookers, 16 years old. Then if you want to be in the club, you got to have sex with a kid. And then next, they want you to kill a little kid that they grabbed out of somebody's backyard a week before. And these people start breaking down on TV saying they couldn't do it. Oh, yeah, that's how you join the club. Crips and Bloods or the East Side Vatos or the different white supremacist gangs. You got to go kill a liquor store owner. Or you got to go shoot somebody. You got to go do something really, really nasty. You got to hit an old lady in the head with a hammer. All of them have different rituals to prove you're really bad, and they have bad stuff on you. In the real gangs, you rape little kids and you kill them. And let's just get it out in the open why they hate me so much and why they hate the Patriots and why they're trying to bring me down. Because behind the scenes, folks, I'm funding military groups, patriot groups, you name it, they're legally and lawfully running operations here inside the United States to document and bring all this out. We're not just here on air doing all this. And I'm going to leave it there. So understand, if you don't sign on to defeat the NWO, if you don't sign on to fight the globalists, and if you sit there and play into it, oh, maybe he did try to influence the director, oh, maybe Trump is in trouble, and kind of get on the bandwagon of peer pressure, Just like we couldn't vote for him, just like he couldn't win, all of it rigged. When Obama committed all those crimes, Hillary committed all those crimes, Loretta Lynch on the airplane with Bill Clinton, opening the borders, selling us out, creating ISIS, funding the Muslim Brotherhood to take over our allies, all the war crimes, aiding and abetting radical Orthodox Islam that Obama's been involved in. If you sit there and if you go along with that, you have signed on to a system just as evil as the Nazis or the Soviets, and probably even more evil. Bottom line. And I'm going to warn the so-called leftists and people. The type that'll drive by if I'm downtown and go, F you, Alex Jones. Or the type 60 feet away will see me doing a live feed and go, oh, you traitor, you work for the Russians. You walk over, show me proof I do. Ah, shut up. You fools. The mainstream media that has funded all the lies and all the horrible things that put Obamacare on you, that has done all this terrible stuff, you sit there and you look at me and my audience, and you sit there with your chest sticking out, and you call us a traitor when it's for the Democratic Party with the Russians in the old days and the Communist Chinese and the Democratic Party transferring our power to NAFTA and GATT and the TPP and all the rest of it, along with the Republican traitors. And they're the ones putting us under multinational control. They're the ones selling us out. They're the ones telling Africans they can't have cars or air conditioning. They're the ones telling people in Latin America communism's good when Obama goes down and gives a speech last year. They're the ones legalizing communism in the government in California last week while saying it doesn't exist. They're the ones trying to shut down the independent press in America. They're the ones saying they want to kill Donald Trump. They're the ones. They're the clear and present danger. And you're the little collaborator idiots that during the process of the takeover get a paycheck or a job or welfare. So you've lied to yourself about it. If you're going to get money from the system, that's one thing. But don't be a chump and tell yourself that this isn't leading towards total collapse like we're seeing in Venezuela right now. Don't be an idiot. At least have an exit plan before the collapse, you fool. Because the billionaires have already basically evacuated the U.S. and they've hardened every facility they live in with the highest level security. 20-foot walls, machine gun nest, underground bunkers that go to houses a block away. Oh, yeah, Zuckerberg. I've talked to folks that designed it out in California. He bought the houses for 2 blocks around him, and he's building a big wall around it. And the word is they tunneled in there for a year. He's got tunnels to escape out to helicopter pads. So it just looks like he's there in the neighborhood. He puts a wall up around it, and then he's got a helicopter pad down the street that's in a facility where the roof comes off of it. The roof opens up like a supervillain, and Zuckerberg goes flying off to a jet pad and flies to Kauai. And all the rest of them got bases in Tasmania. These guys are James Bond villains. And here comes Donald Trump. And he says, I'm going to turn the coal back on. I'm going to turn the jobs back on. I'm going to do two-way deals where we actually make money and other people do. And we're going to do the basic stuff. We're going to do free market. We're not killing free market. And they go, you're crazy. We have a globalism plan where we consolidate the wealth, pick the winners and losers, and totally take over and hoard the technology for ourselves. Work with us, Trump, and we'll let your family have life extension. And Trump said in the meetings, we're going to release those secrets to the public. Those will be disruptive. He goes, I don't care. We're going to release them. That's why they're racing to kill him. Because as soon as he turns the economy back on, as soon as he goes and makes deals and shuts off the terrorism with Saudi Arabia, as soon as he's done that, they're going to start rolling out the advanced technologies to the public. And they're going to kill him before he does that. You want the cancer cures? Stand by Trump. You want the new free energy systems? Stand by Trump. He's for total innovation. He's for old tech, new tech, advanced tech. You're about to get it all if you just get out of the way, ladies and gentlemen.
If you're interested to learn how to create content and spread content, we'll show you how. Go to the Operation Hal YouTube channel, click on the About button, and then click Message. Send us an email. If you want to engage, become an info warrior, we will train you up.
If you like this video, make sure you hit the like button and also subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon on the top of your screen to get notified when the latest new content drops.
Keep us in your prayers. We get a lot of resistance for putting these videos out, but to Yahweh be the glory.